Hello, Lex here. Let's continue developing our event system. The next step will be creating an event listener interface. Let's call it iEvent listener. And here we need only one function. And this function should be pure virtual, which means derived class must implement this in order to be compiled. And that's it. Here we specify class fEvent because we don't want to include fEvent here. It's not necessarily. Next step, let's create the event system itself. We are not going to implement our CPP just yet. Because it's huge. First, since this is a static class, it operates as a namespace. So let's delete our constructor and destructor. And then let's implement our functions here, our event system interface. What we're going to need here is first push event function to push event into the queue. And we also need to include here our event and event listener. So the next one will be, let's call it poll events. This one will be called from the application side only in the main loop. The next one, subscribe. And here we need to specify our event type and also pass in our event listener here. The next one, unsubscribe. Same parameters. And also unsubscribe from all at once. Next one will be, we need to be able to check if someone subscribed or not. On a specific event. And let's also declare a couple of helper functions here. And we are done with our functions. Next, in private section, we need to specify one private function first. Let's call it dispatch. This function will be in charge of dispatching events, in charge of calling our event listeners on event function. And next, we also need to, let's declare our event queue first, which is not actually a queue. And we need to include list to be able to do this. Next, our event listeners. Let's call it listener registry. And in order to use unordered multimap, let's include this first in PCH. The typo here, multimap now. Let's define all these functions. And we also need to define these variables like that. Now let's push our changes. And that's it for today. Next time we will implement all those functions. Until then, bye.